Hey, my name's Dylan Lieberman. I'm a high-ticket closer, a private school dropout from London, and I'm currently traveling the world. In the last month, I've been to Greece, Albania, and I'm currently in Dubai, landing today. Now, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And, you know, whenever you're on YouTube, you could hit the YouTube at the top, as some of you guys do, might refresh the entire feed. But at any given time, there's gonna be 32, maybe even 64 videos to watch. So the fact that your brain, you know, your cognition, your subconscious decision-making processes, you know, told you to actually click on this video, it's for a reason. But even more than that, the fact that my video was even one of the options, it's for a reason. Now, I'm gonna talk about mindset in this video, really just kind of the mindset shift, which helped me get from, you know, like the person who was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just take my exams and wait until they're hard enough and then drop out, or wait until after my exams, fail my exams on purpose, and then drop out, to there is no time. The time is now. The time to make shit happen, the time to get to where I've always wanted to go is now. And like, if I don't take that opportunity, if I don't walk through this door, which I've opened for myself ultimately by the hard work that I'd put in, but if I didn't walk through that door, I would lose the opportunity together. So I'm gonna just kind of run you through like my little sort of backstory, how I got to, you know, where I am today. I mean, it all really kind of happened over the last 6 months. I mean, if you really stretched it back about a year. So I'm gonna get into it, right? So I had an SMMA agency, basically working with, you know, kind of plastic surgeons in Turkey. Now, I actually acquired a few clients. I closed some deals. But when it came to the service delivery, I kind of just realized, like, getting somebody to go from the UK to Turkey for life-changing surgery from a Facebook ad was pretty damn difficult. Then one night I was brushing my teeth and I saw a YouTube video from a guy called Kiwa Maito, who's not my mentor. I'm with him in Dubai right now. And it's like, almost like what I said before, right? Like, my phone could have been dead. You know, I could have been whatever, right? I could have just not clicked on the video, but I did click on the video and I watched the video and I applied for a call. I actually did no-show my first call, but then I did another one, right? And then I jumped into the program. It was 6K and that was an SMMA course, right? So I was in school, it was all very, very slow. I didn't have much time. I used to party and stuff back in the day, back in London. And it got to the beginning of the summer holidays, right? And I was like, cool, school's up, I wanna travel. So the first day, in fact, I think I even left school a few days early to go straight to Dubai. Now, I didn't really have much money in Dubai. I was really just kind of hustling. I closed, I think it was 2K, right? I was positive on the holiday, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I went to Dubai, that was pretty awesome. I really got a feel for the wealth here. Copped a Lamborghini Euros for my boy Aditya. Aditya's absolutely crushing it. But yeah, copped a Euros with him. Then I basically left Dubai and I made a bet with Kiwa. I said, yo, Kiwa, I'm gonna make 30,000 in a week, in 10 days. On my family holiday to Mauritius. Kiwa was saying, come to Miami, bro, come to Miami, bro. And I was like, yo, I have to go to Mauritius, right? So I went to Mauritius, I locked myself in a meeting room. I made like 12K in 10 days, which isn't 30, but it's fucking fantastic. And that really changed my perception on sales, right? It's like being paid that much in one call. I had this first $3,000 piff and I was just exuberant. Oh my God, it was amazing. I basically left Mauritius, went to Berlin with my friends. Now this was really, really great. I had like a nice bit of money from Mauritius. I bought myself my first ever big purchase, which were the AirPod Maxes. I just bought them cash from the Apple store, right? Amazing feeling. But as well, on this holiday, it was like I had this one guy on my calendar and it was like a reschedule from like 3 or 4 weeks before. And I just like gave him a call. I was like, hey brother, it's like, I literally just saw it and I called him. I was like, why not? It's a sales call. I like called him, said, yo brother, like, are we on in 20 minutes? And he was like, yeah, sure. I like did a bit of background on him. I think this was the make and break. I like looked into the fact he was in the army and I was like asking him about it, which is obviously just like, people really appreciate that. And then like, I said to my boy, like, yo, I'm gonna go take this call. If I close, I'll give you a tenner. And I did, like, I closed him for 2K on the fucking holiday with my boys. Like, they were sitting in the living room and like I was in the fucking room closing a deal. So that was amazing. Then I came back from Berlin and I flew to Miami for a month. Now this is where everything changed, right? Now this is where I met my second mentor, Colby Izzo. Now just by like pot luck, right? It's like I have 3 mentors in the SMMA: Kiwa Maita, Zeke Hemamila, and Marco Giovanello. Marco had gone to Dubai for some reason, so the building was basically SLS Lux in Miami. Their penthouse had an availability. Now Kiwa had met Kobe somewhere in Miami, and they'd become friends, and Kobe had actually moved into the penthouse. Now this is the first time that Kiwa had met Kobe, and Kobe had met anyone in this mentorship. So when I flew out to Miami and I met Kobe in person for the first time, everything changed, Super kind guy, super talented guy. He'd sold for Justin Waller. He does about 400K a month doing e-com. He'd marketed for, all types of brands. So amazing guy. And it was very clear that sales was his passion. Although he makes all this money in e-com, sales is his passion. And he basically just sat us all down around a table one night, and he basically said to us, guys, like, you're all here for the month. I'm here for the month. I want to train you. I want to get you better at sales. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll do $1,000 each, and I'll train you all. Now, like, everybody had the same experience. Everyone had the same opportunities, the same scripts, the same everything. And then when it got to the end of the month, and we looked at who actually made the most, I made the most. And it was like, every single day of that month, in my mind, I was like, cool, we all paid Kobe the same amount at the same time for the same service. So I'm going to get the best result. I know that I'm going to get the best result. I know that I am going to close more deals than every single other mentee here. And then I was hitting like 13K weeks at the end. It was fucking insane. And it was just that, like, I put my mind to it with full certainty that I was going to get the best result from the same external, experience as everybody else. And that's what motivated me, and that's what caused me to learn the sales, right? Like, everyone had all this sales, like loads, fuck tons of sales materials. And it's like, I'm guessing that not everybody, actually learn all of it, right? They probably learn a good amount, but not all of it. I learned all of it. I spent every single fucking second reading NEPQ, reading hyperability sales, NLP, looking at YouTube videos, training with voice AI agents. It was like, I did everything in my power because I was committed to it. And a lot of people, they aren't committed to what they want to do, right? They think it's just going to happen perchance when you need to have that commitment to take the first step and actually get to where you want to go. It's why I'm in Dubai now. But anyway, I got to the end of the holiday, and obviously I closed 13K in a fucking week. And Kobe sat me down. He was like, brother, like, do you feel like you're going to make more money or less money going to school? And I was like, less. He was like, cool, man. So I guess, like, the person that you want to be, the person who has an SVJ, the person who's able to travel the world, do whatever he wants, like, does he go back to school and keep doing what hasn't worked? Or does he actually take the bet on himself and, like, go all in on what he has proof of concept now after making $13,000 in 1 week? And I was like, nah. And I was thinking about it a lot. I went back to London for 1 month in 2018, but I mean, it's NLP at the end of the day, right? NLP generates change. He generated change in me to drop out. Now, like, you have to have intelligence for NLP to work. Like, if he was telling me, like, if he was trying to, like, generate the change for me to jump off the fucking penthouse in Miami, it probably wouldn't have worked. But it's like, when there's rational sense and when there's something that you want, NLP is used to generate the change needed to get to where that you want to go, right? So I went back to London for like a month. I mean, I was just locking in my mindset, reading reality transurfing, setting up systems, and then I dropped out. Dropped out of the 3rd best private school in the United Kingdom, and I took the bet on myself. I went all in. Flew out to Albania for a month, fat villa, beautiful time. Really just kind of got into the groove of my own, my own stuff. Met my 3rd mentor, Javan Jang. Fuck it up every time. It's like Javan. No, it's Javan Jang. He won the school games for Alex Hormozi. Amazing guy, right? Like, super duper talented. Literally won the school games. And he's helping with the content, right? Like, we connected on a brother level. I paid him some money, obviously, because it's like, shit ain't free, right? If somebody has something that you want, you got to pay him to get it. That's just the rules, that's just the laws of the game. But I'm working with him. I'll probably pop out to Thailand or Japan and see him at some point. Met the guys over at Nola Group. Big shout outs to Nola Group. I mean, we're going to be doing crazy work with them in the future. It's getting them to 100 mil. Crazy as fuck. But it's like, all of this was only possible because of my determination. I had an SMMA agency for 1.5 years. They did nothing. I lost money. My offer was that I pay for ad spend, they pay me back. But like, I never gave up. I was working on this agency every waking second up until the YouTube video for my mentor. Up until that video, every single second I spent pushing the needle forward, getting closer to where I wanted to go. And it's because of that perspicacity, that determination that meant that I did not fail. Now, so many people fail because they give up, right? If you're doing something, every single day that you continue to do it, you get better. And when you get better at something, it's just a lack of time before you achieve what you want. But it's like, if you give up, like if you give up on what you were pursuing, number one, you are not doing it, and number one, you're stopping learning how. So like my biggest tip is obviously like put yourself in the rooms you can. It's like money is not real, education is real. Imagine if you got taught, imagine there was a school, a real life school, where the teachers were Alex Hormozi, where the teachers were, you know, Dan Mantrell, Grant Cardone. Like, you'd fucking pay, right? And it's like, they host live events for 10, 12K. And the people that see the value, okay, fine, maybe some of those aren't fully worth their value, but it's like, education is the most important thing for anybody starting out, because it means that you can start right from day one. Now, growth and success is about two things. It's about leverage and it's about time. It's about your leverage, and leverage is time and money, right? Now, money, number one, is like, okay, cool. Money was made by humans. Time isn't made by humans. Time is the most important factor, because imagine that you lived life like the Flash. You could just get so much more done. You'd fucking overtake everybody. You would. It's just so simple. You'd overtake everyone physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, because you could just get so much more done in your day. You could push the needle forward that much further. I mean, if you spend your day, you know, gooning all day, fucking, you know, get anything done. But it's like, if you can start right from day one, so that the only bottleneck is time, then you're in the gold, man. Now, like, I'm not saying get me as a coach. Now, like, I help high-ticket salespeople. Like, I understand the mindset shit. I mean, I haven't even talked about mindset, to be honest, very briefly. Thought I wanted to kind of give you guys some backstory. Like, I'm helping people out here. I fucking love this shit. I make enough money with my fucking SMMA agency. I don't even do this shit for the money. I just do it to help people. Because it's like, I love sales. I'm ADHD. If you watch this far, you can know that. I'm ADHD. I fucking just love sales. It just clicks in my brain. But it's like, you know, whether you want to do e-com, find an e-com coach. Mark builds brands, great one. Kobe Izzo does a little bit of e-com coaching, I don't know. Like trading, you know, I've heard someone guy called It's Johnny, he makes like 1.5 mil a month. It's like, whatever you want to do, whatever you see the passion in, and whatever you want to pursue it with a coach. Invest into your skill set so that you can start right from day one, and I promise you that you are going to get to where you want to go. But like, over that as well, like if you invest into your skill set, it's a commitment to get that skill set, develop it. So just jump on it, boys. You're never gonna see the world the same again. Hit it, be committed, and I promise you, I swear on everything, 6 months from now, you'll be in my DMs telling me that this video changed your life.